Hey there! Have you ever wondered if there's a math trick that's so simple it feels kind of like a cheat code? Well, today, we're unlocking a secret pattern that makes gigantic numbers surprisingly easy to handle. Let's jump in.
So let's kick things off with a little challenge. What's the fastest way to multiply any number by a million completely in your head? No calculator allowed. Now, that sounds pretty tough, right? But the answer is actually hiding in a really simple trick that we're about to uncover together.
All right, let's get right to it. The key to this whole puzzle is something we're going to call the zero secret. Now, to understand this big secret, we've actually got to start really small. Believe it or not, it all begins with the number 1. Think of it like you're building with blocks. We're just going to start with one single block and build our way up from there. So, here's our starting point, our foundation, just one single unit. Now, let's see what happens when we make one tiny change. Okay, we're going to take our single block and do just one thing to it. We're going to multiply it by 10. And boom, just like that, our 1 becomes a 10. Now hang on a second. Notice that? We multiplied by a number with 1 0, and our answer has, well, 1 0. Is that just a coincidence? Let's find out. Let's run that back and do the exact same thing again. We'll take our new number, 10, and multiply it by 10. And there you go, we get 100. You see what's happening? Multiplying by 10 again gave us a number with 2 zeros. Okay, a pattern is definitely starting to show up here. All right, you probably know the drill by now. Let's do it one more time. We'll take our 100 and, you guessed it, multiply it by 10. And we get 1,000. 3 zeros. This is definitely not a coincidence. It's a rule. Every time you multiply by 10, you just add another 0 to the end. That's it. So what is this really powerful pattern we've just stumbled upon? Well, it's the whole idea behind something called powers of 10. Now, powers of 10 might sound a little fancy, but it's really just those numbers we were playing with. 10, 100, 1,000. Each one is just the result of multiplying 10 by itself a few times. And as we just saw, they give us this amazing shortcut. So the zero secret isn't about doing complex math in your head. It's a super simple 3-step process. Step 1, you look at the power of 10 you're using. Step 2, you count its zeros. And step 3, you just add that many zeros to your original number. That is the entire trick. Okay, now that we have the rule, let's circle back to our original question. Can this simple little pattern really take us all the way up to a million? Let's apply the rule and see. We just saw 1,000, right? And it has 3 zeros. So if we multiply that by 10 again, what should we expect to see next? And look at that, the pattern holds up perfectly. 10,000 has 4 zeros, 100,000 has 5 zeros, and there it is, 1 million has 6 zeros. So multiplying any number by a million is literally as simple as adding 6 zeros to the end of it. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that the most powerful ideas in math aren't always these complicated formulas. Sometimes they're just simple, elegant patterns hiding in plain sight. And that's really the core message. Dealing with huge numbers isn't about being some kind of math genius. It's just about seeing the pattern. The zeros are the only clue you'll ever need. And that's why this is so important. Understanding this one simple rule gives you the power to handle and make sense of enormous numbers with total confidence, all without ever having to reach for a calculator. And all of this leaves us with one final thought. You know, if a pattern this simple and this powerful exists just by looking at zeros, what other amazing secrets are hiding in the numbers all around us, just waiting to be found?